Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jazzy RN. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. The goal of my channel is to help nurses pivot from the bedside to remote work. This first company is called Chin Med. They're hiring an RN remote triage emergency ER telehealth. The job is available in 13 locations. You can click here to see more. And this job has an odd amount of schedule times: Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. These are the times for this position. I always go straight to the qualifications for the job just to make sure I meet the required qualifications or requirements. The job requires a associate's degree in nursing. A BSN is preferred. Nurse licensure compact is required. Multi-state nursing license required. You must reside within the continental U.S., within the state where the company exists as a legal entity. Michigan and Illinois nurse licensure required within 90 days of hire. Ability to obtain additional licenses as requested by the organization within 90 days of hire. They do request you to have a BLS. I'm not sure why. The 3 companies I've worked for never required a BLS. You're remotely working from home. They also want you to have a minimum of 3 years acute clinical nursing work experience in ER, emergency services, urgent care, or within emergency triage responsibilities, highly preferred. A minimum of 1 year virtual care experience preferred, and this is not required. And the pay range is $64,000 to $92,000 salary. And next position is also with ChinMed. This is an RN remote telehealth. This is part-time, available in 12 locations. And this job has hours on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays. And just a FYI, this is not the norm for working in corporate America as a remote nurse. The 3 companies I've worked for were all 3 major insurance companies, and my hours were always 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The qualifications is associate's degree in nursing, that's required, BSN preferred, nurse licensure compact multi-state license required. Same as the previous job, Michigan and Illinois nurse licensure required to 9 days of hire. BLS certification required, 3 years of bedside nursing and ER, emergency service, urgent care, or geriatric preferred, not required. A minimum of 1 year virtual care experience, and must reside within the continental U.S. And the pay range is $64,000 to $92,000 per year. The next position, this is for an advanced practice provider. This is remote telehealth nurse practitioner. This position has the viewing of it a little bit different. You click here to see summary, and then here responsibilities, here education. So of course a BSN, and also an advanced practice nursing with certification in the area of specialty are required. A master's degree in nursing required. Board certification by AANP or ANCC required for nurse practitioners, and they do require you to have basic life support. So this job is posted for advanced practitioner. Whenever you view it, the view of the job is a little bit different. The next company, this is with Capital Health. They're hiring an RN care manager. This is for maternity, and the minimum pay is $28.25 and maximum is $53.24 annually. This is a remote job. The qualifications for this job are experience of at least 3 years recent or related experience, care management, home health, medical or surgical behavioral health, or critical care preferred, healthcare experience preferred. Now this is preferred, not required. If you don't meet all qualifications, I still suggest you apply. Additional experience related to specialized positions, oncology, transplant, maternity, behavioral health will also be considered, and experience in health coaching and motivational interviewing techniques preferred. I would also suggest, if you want to do a search on motivational interviewing, I have seen this term used multiple places at different companies. And of course, education and certification is RN with active licensure in home state. Additional states licensure as needed or required to meet customer needs, and certified case management certification within 2 years of employment. The next position is a medical record reviewer. This is for LPNs. The pay is $24.79 to $46.70 annually. The qualifications include must have an active licensed practical nurse license, 1 to 2 years of medical record review experience required. I would include that on your resume, that you include whatever electronic health records you have worked with, as well as making that to where that's your experience in medical record review. Because whenever you're reviewing your patient at the bedside, that's considered medical record review experience. And let's see, we're going to go over knowledge of facets, Excel, and various software used for medical record abstraction documentation, medical terminology, proficient in using electronic health records. And just make sure that you add the platforms you have used and any medical records you've used on your resume. So for example, Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365, I would use whatever terminology the job posting uses. I'll use the same exact terminology. Also include the electronic health records, Cerner, Protouch, Meditech, etc. And skills, you can read that at your leisure. And the next position is an RN clinical quality and oversight consultant. This is full-time, remote, and the pay is from $72,870 to $137,290. And the qualifications for this job is current knowledge of accreditation and regulatory standard requirements as applicable to UM and vendor delegation, such as CMS, NCQA, JCO, and DOH. I do suggest that what you can do at your current job is, if let's say your current job has a learning and development where you take all of your courses, like the HIPAA courses and cybersecurity courses, do a search on that website, that internal website through your job, and look for this information. And also see if there's any kind of LinkedIn learning courses. Take the courses from your job and also apply those courses as certification or as a course you've taken online. We're going to skip to experience. They want a minimum of 5 years recent clinical experience, 2 years experience in quality improvement experience, or experience with similar related activities required, medical management experience, including UM preferred, and education, certification, and licenses include must have active, current, and unrestricted master's level behavioral health clinical license. That's for LMSW, LCSW, LISW, LPC, or comparable, or an RN licensure, and certification in quality improvement preferred.